What's up, people? This is That History Teacher 76, and today we're back in the kitchen, gonna make the favorite meal of America's first vice president, second president, first president to only serve one term, and just all-around crotchety guy, but one of my personal favorites, John Adams. That's right, John Adams was one of America's founding fathers, and this guy had his hands in just about everything involved in the beginning of our country's founding. But what I appreciate about John Adams is he was always trying to make sure that things just kind of were in the right. Yeah, John Adams was a lawyer. He was also a teacher at one time, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, he was a lawyer, and he always fought for the law, right? Like, for instance, during the Boston Massacre, he was, a colonist and eventually an American. And he fought for the British soldiers because he felt that, things were getting a little out of hand, mob aggression and things like that. So he jumped in and supported the British, even though it went against his own moral ideals. John Adams also thought slavery was immoral. He wrote about it in private letters. He also never had slaves himself. Unfortunately, he never really did anything to stop slavery in America. But also, I think he recognized how early it was in its history, and he didn't want the South to leave. He was scared of the South leaving. Also, his wife, Abigail Adams, was like a feminist of the time. Obviously, if you get these people and put them in a time machine and bring them to today, they're going to be a little dated. But at least at that time, back in 1800, they were doing and saying things that were kind of revolutionary. Now, John Adams made a lot of mistakes, which is probably why he was a one-term president, right? That's a baby in the background. That's probably why he's a one-term president, because, he's got feelings about John Adams. But, he probably felt that he had to make these certain calls because it was so early and there was really no, plan for what to do yet. For instance, he did the super controversial Alien and Sedition Acts, which made it illegal to say anything bad about the president or the administration or anything like that. John Adams also dealt very poorly with the XYZ affair. That's basically when the French were hiring Tunisian pirates to go and attack American merchant ships, sail ships, things like that, while they were trying to trade overseas. This is an interactive video right now because the boys are trying to take the tripod away from me. I'm not gonna let you have it. So Thomas Jefferson got to come in and make himself look a lot better, which is really why he served one term as president. But, his mistakes aside, I think at the end of the day, John Adams was a guy of integrity. He really thought about the things that he did, and he would yell, man. This guy was known for turning red, getting really angry, and arguing for hours. So this was a guy who really fought for what he believed was right. He made some bad choices as America's second president, but he's also America's second president, right? So you're gonna make a lot of bad choices when you're trying to build a country. Anyways, let's get to the recipe. This sounds like actually pretty good for me because it sounds super easy to make. I'm just gonna be boiling some corned beef and then some vegetables later on. And that's it, that's all I have to do. Hardly any dishes. Really not much work here, and hopefully it tastes good. This meal comes from a website called eathistory.com. This guy is gonna be where I get a lot of my recipes from because he's done a lot of recipes for American presidents. But here we go, we have 3 pounds corned beef brisket. We have 10 small white potatoes, peeled, 4 carrots, peeled, 1 head of cabbage, 2 turnips, I only got 1. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. 2 parsnips, I got 0 parsnips. They looked bad, and I was like, I'm not gonna get these. 1 large onion, 1 teaspoon of peppercorns, and 2 bay leaves. All right, so I'm gonna add this corned beef to the pot. Gonna sit here for a couple hours until I add veggies. I just thought I could go to the store and get corned beef. I thought that was the thing I could do. But all they had was Blarney Stone. That's a stone in Ireland where it's in a castle and you can give it a kiss and it gives you the ability to talk really well. That's the old Blarney Stone for you. And here I am eating meat from that stone, and I've kissed the Blarney Stone. Oh yeah. I would say I did get the ability to talk really well. I do work as a teacher. And then I just wait for it to boil. I set it to a simmer and I let it sit until it's time to add the veggies. Simple enough. All right, guys, we're back. It's been about 90 minutes that the corned beef's been boiling. So I'm gonna start cutting up some veggies to plop on in there. I'm gonna make a few alterations to the meal because it wants you to like really keep things in chunks, but we got babies that are gonna be eating, so I'm gonna kind of cut it up a little differently so it's more chewable for them. Another thing too is, man, I'm hoping this goes well. I was actually vegetarian for 9 years.
Wow.
Didn't have meat for about 9 years, and now I'm eating meat again with my children, and I thought this would be cool to try and make this recipe. But the main problem is, I don't really know how to cook meat. I don't really know how to cook to begin with, let alone meat, but I guess all this thing is a boil, so let's cut up some veggies and throw them in there. All right, so I got about 10 little mini potatoes here. Here's some carrots. Here's 1 whole head of cabbage. Honestly, I'm starting to get why I like this meal so much. This thing is like just chock full of nutrients. A whole brisket plus carrots, potatoes, cabbage. There's supposed to be parsnip and then a turnip. I'm gonna add 1 turnip to this. There's actually supposed to be 2 parsnips and 2 turnips, but I cut it down because I think those things are gross. And so here's 1 whole turnip peeled. And I know I said I thought turnips were gross, but I've actually never had a turnip in my life. So maybe it'll actually be really good. Maybe this is gonna be one of my new favorite foods. But we're gonna add all this to the pot in about 5 minutes, and then it's gonna cook for another 45 minutes to an hour. So we'll see you guys on the other side. All right, I'm pretty sure she's done. Here she is. We're gonna cut her up, and then we got some people over to give it a try. And yeah, here we go. All right, here we go. Here's the finished product. Oh, let me get a picture on my phone. Here we go. I'm gonna start with some veggies. Pretty good. I wish it was a little bit more salty.
I like the turnip.
The turnips? Let me try a turnip.
The vegetables, great.
Never had a turnip before.
Tastes like a slimy potato. It's pretty good.
Did I get a turnip? Did I eat the turnip?
I don't like the turnip.
Really?
No, there's a taste to it that I wasn't a big fan of.
Onion would be good.
Yeah, I'm missing the onion. I didn't realize till after that the onion was missing.
Want to try some mustard?
No.
Let's try some mustard.
Try it with some mustard.
Here, what do you think, Eric? What do you think? Here's Eric. He's Irish, just like me.
You can tell because of my beard.
Because of the beard. What do you think? It's still on.
It's delicious.
Oh, thank you. This is the first good one I've made. Thomas Jefferson, no good. George Washington, that was probably my bad, but no good. John Adams, and like I was saying earlier, this guy was a man of low cortisol. He was, the beginning of a feminist. He was anti-slavery, and his food was good. So I would say that this one was worth it. I would revisit this like for a holiday. You want to try it with mustard?
Yeah.
All right, let's get some mustard, because John Adams would sometimes eat this with mustard or horseradish. I'm gonna add some of this hot honey mustard. He's okay, don't worry about that. Stay with me, he's safe. Don't go to him, stay with me. All right, let's try this with the hot honey mustard. I like that. It's not hot. It says hot honey mustard. That's not hot. And that's like the perfect addition to it. I think tomorrow I'm gonna make this into a sandwich. Yummy. This is gonna be great. All right, guys, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. This is Eric. Say bye to Eric.
Goodbye.
Thank you guys so much. If you guys like this, the next one is the 4th president, who is none other than James Madison. Stay tuned. Bye.